Welcome to Minds on Fire. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and you win. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The future depends on what you do today. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. There is more to life than increasing its speed. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. Where there is love, there is life. An ounce of patience is worth more than a ton of preaching. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. There is sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Anger and intolerance are the enemies of correct understanding. Action expresses priorities. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. Honest disagreement is often a good sign of progress. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still small voice within me. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. Nonviolence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. Its seat is in the heart, and it must be an inseparable part of our being. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. A man who was completely innocent offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality, and happiness of every citizen are important for the overall prosperity, peace, and happiness of the nation. The weak can never initiate peace. Bravery is the prerequisite for peace. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. True education must correspond to the surrounding circumstances, or it is not a healthy growth. My life is my message. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. Hate the sin, love the sinner. There is a higher court than courts of justice, and that is the court of conscience. It supersedes all other courts. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to cope with it. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. A man of few words will rarely be thoughtless in his speech. He will measure every word. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. There is no beauty in the finest cloth if it makes hunger and unhappiness. The weak can never be sincere. Love is the prerogative of the strong. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and souls of its people. Change yourself. You are in control. Service without humility is selfishness and egotism. Be truthful, gentle, and fearless.